Boom, what's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larson, and welcome back to the Your Final Offer Summit, where I am asking marketing experts what their final offer would be if for some reason they were not able to work in about 90 days and live off of that. So it's been really neat to hear all these answers. I'm on today with a good friend of mine, Julia Taylor, and she's absolutely incredible. She runs a company called Geek Pack. And she's actually the one, if you guys have ever seen my Sales Funnel Radio blog, my Secret MLM Hacks Radio blog, all those emails that are going out, Julia is actually the one that coded those blogs, writes all the emails. She's very involved in my content machine and a huge cornerstone of everything that I do. So it's super honoring to have her on here. Julia, welcome to the summit.
Thank you very much. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, this will be awesome. This will be very fun. So you, and for everyone who doesn't know, guys, Julia, she lives like the entrepreneurial dream, where she travels around with her laptop all over the place, and it's like, hey, Steven, I'll get that done, but we're traveling right now across the country for this, and then she'll find a hot spot and do all this cool stuff. It's really awesome to see like your lifestyle and everything, you know?
Oh yeah. We've been super fortunate to live in an RV and travel around the U.S. full time. So long as I have internet, I'm good to go.
It's pretty amazing. It's cool. Now, for those of you, like those who don't know you, like, could you tell us a little bit more about what it is that you do?
Sure. So I'm a web developer by trade. So I taught myself how to code years and years ago out of necessity. My husband was military. I was a military wife. We moved every 2 years, and I didn't have a career, and I wanted one. So I decided to learn a really difficult tech skill because I wanted to challenge myself, and coding is what I picked, fell in love with it, and I've built a business building websites and doing kind of difficult tech stuff for clients and teaching other people how to code as well.
And you just launched a course recently about this, right? What's the name of that?
WP Rockstar, and it's actually based entirely on what you called me when I first started working with you on your WordPress stuff. So it's WordPress Rockstar, and it's basically teaching people how to do everything related to WordPress because it's such a popular system that so many people around the world use. And if you know it well, you can make a lot of money.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who ask me like, Steven, you know, you're all about the funnel game, but do you build your blog inside of your funnel? Like, no. You know, like WordPress is for that kind of thing. ClickFunnels is for the funnel. Like I use them for what they were intended for. So I thank you so much. So you're amazing, and everyone else, go check out Julia. Well, like the actual prompt for this whole thing though is, you know, again, you get sick. What would your final offer be? I guess, how would you answer that?
Sure. So it is based pretty much entirely off of what I have done, but taking the experience of building the course that I've built, condensing it and making it better from the experience that I've gone through. And I've watched other people launch things and taking everything that I've learned and putting into this final offer. And I'm just super excited about it because I'm going to take what I'm about to kind of tell y'all and actually do it for myself because I've got so many notes now for launching. So yeah, it's pretty much what I've already done, just condensed and better.
That's awesome. So what are the components that you'd put in the offer to make it valuable and attractive?
Sure. So I guess I really want to start with the fact that I'm a total geek, clearly. But I believe very strongly that if you can learn a difficult tech skill or a difficult skill that people think is very difficult, but yet anyone can learn, I'm convinced anyone can learn to code if they want to. But if you can learn that skill, and the effect of that is troubleshooting skills and problem solving skills, which I think are two of the most important things to have. If you can figure things out and you can Google stuff and you can ask questions and you can fix things, you can literally do just about anything. I'm convinced of that. And learning a skill that is difficult, perceived that way, your confidence goes through the roof as well. So all of a sudden you've got this skill, you've got this confidence, and you can do anything. So it would be learning the tech, learning to code, learning web development, how to fix difficult things, how to troubleshoot stuff, but not just that, because that in and of itself is not enough. You then need to know what to do with those skills, how to find clients, how to start a business, how to market yourself, how to scale. So in addition to the actual skills, code and web development, I would put on top of that all these other components that teach you how to market, how to sell, how to find clients. And I wouldn't teach that myself. I would get experts to come in and teach those other things: content creation, writing, search engine optimization, like all this extra stuff that is just out there in space. You can add to your bucket of knowing how to do things because you already know how to troubleshoot. You already know how to problem solve. Your confidence is through the roof. All this extra stuff. And then lastly, the last part of that final offer would be a private group where, because tech skills are tough. And when you're first learning, if you Google things and you YouTube stuff and you can't figure it out, you want to throw your computer out the window. So you need a group where you can go and ask questions and to say, I cannot figure this out. I've been staring at this line of code all day. Someone else can help and figure that out. So those are the three components of the final offer: the skills, the tech skills, the expert content, and the group.
That's awesome. So expert content and group. I'm writing it all down here. That's really fascinating you say that. So, okay, so you got the group, the actual skills. Now, several people now have mentioned, like, hey, I'm gonna use the expertise of other people to come on in. Like, hey, I'm not an SEO expert, so let me go find who is. How would you find those people and ask them to contribute to your offer like this?
Sure. Just the networks that I'm in and the years I've been doing this, I've met people along the way and I've hired up people to do stuff for me. So using the coaches that I have and saying who is the best at X, who's the best at Y, and bringing them in not only for an interview so that the people can get to know that person and ask them questions live, but also ask them to provide content for the course that is teaching them enough to get started, to learn a bit more about SEO. But if they want to be an SEO expert, then they're going to go to that other expert to learn from them. So it'd be very much a win-win for the students and for the experts that come in.
That makes total sense. Now, do you give them a cut of the offer itself? Is that what you're saying?
As in,
sorry, the internet cut there a little bit. Do you mean like, are you going to give them a cut of the actual offer itself to pay them?
Or, oh, I see. Paying them, I haven't. So I'm doing this in real life,
yeah.
And I have not paid any expert. They have come in and they have given away free content that is amazing. But I will, as a part of this final offer, set up both Dream 100 kind of JV stuff and just a regular affiliate program, because it's got to continue on after me. And I think that's one of the best ways to do it.
Right. No, I love that. And what kind of, like, I'm asking this because I totally believe in what you're saying. I've done this myself, and it's amazing how much free content you can get from experts who just want a little more exposure, and that's part of the pay. But moving forward, and so people ask me this though a lot, and I wanted to ask you too, like, well, how much do you pay them, or how do they get compensated? Seeing as this is the final offer and you want it to keep moving forward, what percentages would you give away to an expert like that who contributes?
Sure. So I'd get them to set up as one of the JVs, and that would be 50% commission. So the JV and kind of Dream 100 stuff, I would do 50%. For a regular affiliate program for people that are in the program and know it and love it and want to spread the word, that would be 40% commission. So I believe very strongly in affiliate stuff for people that are in the course or who are JV partnered with it, like these experts that would come in. And also on the experts, what I do at the end is I would say, so what is your offer? If people want to learn more from you, where do they go? So they are able to say at the end, here's all my free stuff. Oh, and by the way, if you want to learn more from me, go here. So they would have that exposure as well.
And do you put an affiliate link to their course, being an affiliate?
Yes, if they have one, yes.
That absolutely. I've totally done that. It's great. That's awesome. So what price point would you go for something like this?
Sure. So I would phase it over the 90 days. I would start with a beta launch because, of course, I have to build the content. So I would start at 97, and it would just be a complete beta. If you want in, and I'd say at the very beginning, this is what you're going to get in 3 months.
Right.
So if you went in at the beta price, 97, I would do the whole email pressure launch, social media promos, really push, push, push. Open it at 97 for 5 days. So open cart, close cart for 5 days. And then that leads me up to, I'm looking at my launch strategy. That leads me up to day 15, where the cart is going to be closed for 2 weeks. And that's when I build all the content. But also, this is the important thing, is throughout those 2 weeks and throughout the whole 90 days, I'm identifying rock stars that are joining and that are getting the content and they're understanding it, because they're the ones that I'm going to have manage the group long term, because I won't be able to. The group is a really important part of the entire offer, but it's not something that I can do forever. So I need to find people that know the content, they're really good at it, can figure things out, and then they will be the ones that are kind of they will carry on in my role of managing the group.
That's awesome. Okay, so you're going to do open and close, do an email pressure launch. I'm drawing it right here. Email pressure launch. For 5 days it opens, then you close for 2 weeks where you're identifying rock stars, you're actually creating the content, you find the groups, and
that takes me up to day 30. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. So then day 30.
Yep.
Oh, because you have the, how long is the email sequence before you open cart?
So the very first, I'll do it for 10 days. So day 1 to day 10 is pressure launch, email sequence, social media, getting people on a wait list.
Sure.
So the first so many people that do X get Y.
That,
so a lot of pressure in that first 10 days. And then the open close cart for 5 days. And then I've got 2 weeks to build the content. And that's just my content, my skills. That's building that, getting the group up and running, and identifying rock stars. And that takes me up to day 30,
okay.
Where, and throughout those 2 weeks, I'll have someone else who is doing the promo of what I'm building. So as I'm building, I'm taking pictures, I'm doing Insta stories, I'm promoting everything that I'm building. Day 30, open cart at $197. So I'm doubling the price, and it's open for 5 days.
And for how long?
5 days again. So this is the second open cart for 5 days. So that takes me to day 35. I close the cart, and then from day 35 to day 60, that's when I do all the expert content. I'll do all the interviews. So I've already got them lined up ahead of time. Do all the interviews. They provide all the content. I've got all the course material. The group is thriving. I've got multiple people in the group that are really kind of awesome, that know the content backwards and forwards. And I'm saying to them, I need you to be me in the future. Throughout this whole time, it's constant promo, like social media, emails, that's nonstop, leading up to the next open cart, which the next one opens at day 60. Okay. Again, 5 days, and that price is $297. And the whole thing is get it while before the price goes up to what it's going to be in the end when evergreen. So and each time it goes up by $100, constantly promoting what is in the course. And then day 70 is when the cart closes for the final time. And then from day 70 to day 90, I'm prepping the evergreen. I'm doing setting up a webinar. I've got finalizing all the content. I've identified my rock stars. I've set up all the marketing, the ads. I've got a team that's running it. I've got my Dream 100. I've got my JVs at 50% commission. I've set up an affiliate program at 40% for current course students. And then day 90 is launch the evergreen course, and hopefully I don't die.
This is probably one of the most detailed plans I've seen so far, and I really appreciate you saying all this, because this is that's a well-created campaign, crowd create. So you're going to go in and they're going to learn, like for anyone who's watching, listening to this, you're saying create whatever your skill is, learn the marketing skills, but then crowd create from all these experts. And you do a series of these open close launches where you have time to sell, but then create the content post sale, which is,
Yes.
I love that model. I use that a lot. And then you open it again for $100 more, and then you close it down and keep going and hunker down for a little while. Then you open it again. That's really, really powerful. And that's, I drew a big old roadmap from what you said. It's really awesome. Now, who is your dream customer in this scenario, and where do you find them?
Sure. So I've got two. I've got people who want or just need location independence. Maybe they are a stay-at-home, or they're desperate to be a stay-at-home mom, but they can't go back to the corporate life, and they just want something so that they can work from home with their kids. Maybe they're like me, they're a military wife, and they're moving every 2 years and don't have that option to grow in a corporate job because they're moving all the time. Or maybe they just want to travel full time because life is short, and why not? And this is absolutely something that you can do online, and you can literally start from nothing. I mean, it doesn't matter if you've never done anything like this before. I hadn't, and I've done it, so anyone can. So that's the first group of people that they need that location independence, or they want that location independence. And then there's also current online service providers who want to up level. So VAs or maybe web designers, but they always get so frustrated with WordPress and code because they just can't figure out that one little thing, and they want to pull their hair out. So teaching them the code behind it all, then they can up level, they can raise their rates, they can offer all this extra stuff because of the expert content that's in there as well.
Huh. And what would be your plan to get their attention?
So from reading through kind of where I'm starting with this final offer, I already have a thriving business. So I will already have an email list. I will already have a freebie of some sort that has attracted people to that email list. And I will already have a social media presence from where I would start with this final offer. I would already have those. So I would really use social media. And just because I do travel full time, it's a very easy lifestyle to sell because I'm living proof that it can happen.
That you're doing it. And you've been doing it for a while. I mean, you've been living the dream, which is so cool. This is really, really powerful. And I appreciate you going through all this. So I know that in the scenario, we end at day 90, and you're going to sell ongoing a $297 course.
Oh, sorry. No, I should have said, I missed that. On day 90, it goes live at $497.
Awesome. Okay.
Evergreen is $497. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Probably makes the numbers work a little easier too on Facebook ads for that price point.
Yeah. And
ongoing.
It's a difficult thing to charge a lot for because you can learn these skills technically for free. So it's one of those things that by adding all the expert content and having the group, that is where the real value comes in.
So would there be plans, like, let's say you had another 30 days, right? What would you want to go sell after this to those people? I know I'm kind of like straight off the cuff on this one.
I would probably look to do some sort of affiliate type course. I would identify a product that I use and love that has an affiliate commission, and I would build a course around, and it would be something to the effect of, if you purchase this product that I love and believe in, under my affiliate link, you will get this extra course that kind of teaches more in depth on that particular product for free.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So
if someone already has that product, they can buy it, but it would be at the amount that I would have received for the commission. That would probably be the next thing I would do.
Sure. Now, to keep it selling long term, are you going to go get like a Facebook agency to run those ads for you? Or I guess what would be the plan to keep it sustained?
Sure. So I would absolutely have a team, and everything would be kind of managed by different types of teams. So I would need people that do marketing to make sure that the funnel is up and running, that the ads are working correctly, and just managing the marketing side. I would need a customer service and kind of product development side. So they're the ones that manage the group and answer any questions. And if, of course, things change in the industry with web development, with WordPress, with code. So that would need to be kept on top of. So updates, if WordPress makes an update and change something in the original content of the course, I would need someone to go in and redo that bit so that it stays up to date. So those are the two biggest, would be the making sure the marketing is staying on top of to keep it evergreen. And then also the actual students who are in there, making sure their support is good, and the content is kept up to date. And of course, I would also probably in the marketing team have someone who does all the affiliate stuff, because that will be a big part as well.
So that's clever to have the students be doing a lot of the customer service themselves. And those who are the early group, they're the ones who really train it up, looking for those rock stars. I see it. That's cool. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, because they need to know the content as well as me. Because if someone says, I don't know how to do X, they can say, go to module 6, lesson 2 at stamp 6.5 minutes. The answer's there.
Sure. That's super cool. Okay, so customer service being handled by students, kind of like the ads and marketing people. You have someone who built the funnel, and then you have kind of like keeping the content updated, which are by the experts and students.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. And that kind of keeps ongoing. Now, how do you set this up long-term so that you have low management?
It's really just using the people that I've identified in these teams. I would have at least one, if not two people that were kind of, I guess, my deputy, so to speak, who manage both of those teams. I very much see it as there's me, and then there's two other people that are on top of the marketing stuff and the customer service stuff, and then everything that happens underneath them, so that I'm only asking two people about what's happening and they're dealing with everything else. And the systems, we would have the Trello boards, we would have everything up and running so that everyone knows their role and things are just happening just like they do with your content team.
Yeah, super cool. So to recap what it is that you're planning on doing then, so for everyone else, and hopefully you're starting to see a pattern here, because many of the experts have said this. Something that's crowd created with a course, and you're bringing in all these experts together, you're teaching a skill, and it's the way that you launch it. And if you guys notice the detail that Julie has put together in this, this is the same thing that all of us who are really doing it do, is we put together an actual plan on, this is what I'm going to do in this day. Then here's my time to get these things done. Then I'm going to raise the price. And it's the way you bring a product to market has as much to do with the success as the product itself. And so, Julie, I want to thank you so much for going to the level of detail you have on this. I guess, is there any other things you'd like to leave off with?
No, I'm excited to implement some of my own strategy with my own stuff. So it was great to go through all that for this, because it's kind of eye-opening and kind of think, actually, this could really work. So
yeah, it's brilliant. It's super smart. It's really, really awesome. So thank you again so much. Where can people learn more from you, and where can they go to hear about you and get more details?
Sure. So I guess a couple places, if anyone is interested in kind of code and you think, oh, I wonder if that might be fun. I have a free coding challenge, and it's at geekpack.co. And then if you're just interested in the nomadic lifestyle, living in an RV, I'm on Instagram, and that is Destination Nomad. So those are probably the two of the best places to find.
Those are cool names. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Julia. Guys, go to geekpack.co or Destination Nomad. And Julia, this has been awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you much. It's been my pleasure.